Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Little here with another video for you guys, and today I am back with another ranking video. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I have a reason for why it's been so long. I've been trying to think of what would be a good ranking video to do, and originally I was gonna do this video, top 10 Mario boss fights / final levels, was gonna be top 10 favorite Mario video games, but then I didn't. And I recorded a video, but then I didn't have a whole lot of reasoning for them. So then I switched it to boss fights, which I thought would be more of my speed. And I thought it didn't really require for me to do a whole lot of explanations as to why, just explanations on what the battles are. So that's what this video is going to be. Before I go to the video, though, I want to say thank you so much for the support that I've gotten over the past few weeks. That's been like the past 4 videos, which I'll have linked in the description if you want to check them out. Y'all have been killing it on the views and the likes, and I really appreciate it. Also, I really appreciate the subscriber count. Last month, we were somewhere around like lower 50s. We're now at 68, and I greatly appreciate the support you have given me. As I explained earlier, this video is going to be my top 10 favorite Mario boss fights and final levels. And for some rules and regulations on how this list is formed, I'll let my good friend Rugged Eagle explain.
So the rules are very simple. If the boss fight is mint, it makes the list.
Thank you, Rugged Eagle. So basically, the list is going to have, obviously, my 10 favorite boss fights. They're mostly going to be boss fights. Some of them will have, I'll talk about the final level if I deem it necessary. So, with all of that out of the way, I do want to mention that most of these boss fights that I have, they are really good. They're well designed, and they have like everything that you would want to see in a boss fight. And because of that, I have to say that my hat's off to Nintendo. Get it? Hat? Mario?
Anyway, last week...
No? Okay. Also, I do want to mention that all of these battles have Bowser in them, and he's kind of like the main enemy throughout the whole Mario universe. And so after this video, I think I'll be so pleased with it that I'll bow for my audience. Get it? Bow? Bowser? No? Okay, let's just jump into the ranking.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Too much? Okay, let's just go into the actual ranking video before I lose my audience. Let's get right into it. Number 10 on this list is Super Mario Bros. 3. In this boss battle, you have to try to get Bowser to break through the ground that you are fighting on. It can be pretty simple, I will admit, but it is also pretty satisfying to watch Bowser succumb to his defeat by his own, or on his own battlefield. And just like, it's clever to have Bowser like attacking as he's jumping around. That adds a bit of extra difficulty, and also the fact that he like stomps down in like half a second. So definitely something to keep an eye out for, and adds a little bit of that extra difficulty that Bowser battles usually need. Number 9 is New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. This is one of those boss battles where I said that I would talk about the level. You know how earlier I said there would be some battles I would talk about the levels for? This is one of them, and it's because the level is so unique. It takes a long time, but it's almost like a puzzle that you're trying to solve. And all of that, especially the ending, you have to choose the correct pathway to actually get access to the boss gates, and I think that's really cool. The boss battle itself is also pretty cool. You have to fight both Bowser Jr. and Bowser at the same time. Bowser Jr. is pretty easy to defeat, even if you don't have a special power-up like the Fire Flower. Bowser, on the other hand, takes a little bit of a while. It's better if you have a power-up, but you can also do the typical Super Mario Bros. Technique and sneak past him as he's jumping and hit the button to knock him down. You can also do that. Otherwise, it is a pretty cool, as it is still a pretty cool boss battle. Number 8 is Super Mario 3D Land. We're back to just talking about the boss battles on this one, although it is basically like a level. In this one, you're trying, for the first bit of the quote-unquote boss battle, you're trying to dodge Bowser's attacks. He's always jumping ahead of you, and he's on a certain platform, and you have to dodge his attacks that he'll try to hit you with. Then, halfway through, you'll hit a button to knock him down, but then he'll come back, and it'll be reversed. Now he's chasing you, and you have to get away from him. And that little bit also adds a bit of extra difficulty, especially at the final sprint where you have to get to the final button to take him down for good. That's what makes this boss battle so unique and also cool. Because first you're playing cat and mouse, or you're playing mouse and cat, where Mario is chasing after Bowser. Then it turns into standard issue cat and mouse, where you're trying to escape from Bowser. And that's what makes this level really cool. Number 7 is New Super Mario Bros. U. In this one, it takes a little bit of a page out of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I'll talk about a little bit later, and has a big Bowser fight. There is a bit of added difficulty where, once again, like in the DS version, you're fighting Big Bowser and Bowser Jr. at the same time. But at the same time, it's also pretty standard because you're dodging all of Big Bowser's attacks, and the only way you can actually deal damage to him is if you take Bowser Jr.'s little flying scooter and ground pound him on the head, basically. That, like, the way that you have to take him out, as well as all the attacks that you have to dodge, is what makes this level pretty cool. It can be pretty easy as you go along, or as you keep playing it, but it is still cool. And the main level part of it, albeit short, is also pretty cool, where you have to dodge Bowser Jr.'s ground stomp attacks and to get to the boss gates in order to fight regular Bowser at first, and then go to fight Big Bowser. So that's also pretty cool. Number 6 on this list is Super Mario Odyssey. In this boss battle, you have to try to fight Bowser using his own hat. Yes, you heard me right. His own hat. With your own little hat companion that you have, Cappy, I believe his name is, which is a common mispronunciation of my name, just for the record. You have to try to catch Bowser's regular hat, or Bowser's hat that he's wearing, which has boxing gloves on it, and use that to deal damage to him. In addition to that, whenever he's not attacking you with his hat, you have to try to dodge fiery attacks. But when he's attacking you with his hat, as you keep attacking him, there will be multiple different hat copies that you have to dodge, and you have to try to get the right one. That's kind of easy to tell because the other ones are purple, but it's still something you have to keep an eye out for, because if you miss, it might be a while before you try to attack again. So all of those is what makes this boss battle pretty cool. It is short, and it can be simple, once again, as you keep playing it, but it is still cool all the same. Number 5 on this list is Super Mario Maker 2. Now we get into the top 5, which is pretty interesting. For Super Mario Maker 2, you wouldn't think this one would have like a pre-planned boss battle like the first one, because the first one, I think it just had, I don't remember because I haven't played in a while, but I'm pretty sure it only had like random boss battles that people made, and they were still cool, but they weren't the same as like what a regularly planned boss battle would be, like in a traditional Mario game. Super Mario Maker 2 basically gives us that wish and gives us a Mario Bowser battle that is actually pretty decent to play. Bowser, or Meowser, is the Super Bowser, kidnaps one of the toads that you have to collect, and in addition to that, he shows up twice. So you have to dodge his attacks the first time, and then you can come back a second time to officially face him head on. And that, I think, is what's cool. And also, just like Super Mario Maker and 1 and 2 is known for having a community that makes really good levels. And I don't know if this boss battle was made by someone else or if this was made by Nintendo themselves, but they went above and beyond in making this level. This is really cool and very fun to play. Number 4 is Super Mario Galaxy 2. This one is similar to Super Mario 3D Land in that it basically has two parts. First, you start out with the battle against Bowser, where you're on a planet, you're on a gravity little kind of asteroid, and you're dodging Bowser, who has a grand star power and is flying around trying to attack you. And the only way you can attack Bowser is by using these small little golden asteroids to hit him. You have to jump on them, ground pound on them, and then try to hit them in Bowser's direction. And I think that is definitely a really clever part of the boss battle. What makes it even better, this is my favorite part of the whole boss battle, is when, in the second half, he goes ballistic, destroys the little asteroid that you're on, as well as the platform where his throne is, and you get kind of in this kind of zero gravity fight, where he's trying to hit you, and you keep going to these little golden asteroids, and you have to ground pound them in his direction. I forget how many times you have to do it, but the fact that you have to go through this whole zero gravity plane to take them out is awesome. I loved that part so much, and those bits of the boss battle combined make this a really cool boss battle. Number 3 is Super Mario 3D World. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, top 3. Super Mario 3D World is by far one of the best Mario games I've ever played. It is such a good one, and the boss battle makes no exception. The actual level part is kind of short, but it's because the boss battle happens so soon. And what happens is you have to try to fight Bowser and rescue the Sprixie fairies, and Bowser gets a little Super Bell and becomes Meowser, who I mentioned earlier in Super Mario Maker 2. There's 2 bits again to this level. The first bit where you're just kind of, I guess you're kind of dodging him for all of it. You're dodging him as you're scaling up the tower, and then the second bit gets a little bit more exciting, and you have to dodge multiple versions of him and get to the top of the tower and hit a POW box 4 times in order to fully take him out. What's better than this? This boss battle is so cool because there's so many different parts of it, and there's a given direction that you have to take, and you can take that, and you have to dodge so many attacks. It makes it awesome. There's so many things happening, and that's what makes this boss battle really cool. Number 2 on this list is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I teased this a little bit earlier, but what makes this boss battle so cool, and almost my favorite one that I've seen, is the Mega Bowser part. At first you defeat him, you beat him on the bridge, and you think, oh, that's easy, now we can save Princess Peach. Psych! Literally, Mega Bowser comes up, and you have to try to dodge the attacks. What makes this boss battle clever is that you can use his attacks to his advantage. All the fireballs and the claws that he shoots and the claws that he swipes. You can use that to your advantage to clear your pathway, and you have to for for the first bit of it. But that's what makes it cool. And there's different platforms that you have to go over too. And then you have to make it all the way across a lava river to press a big button to drain all the lava and basically stop Bowser. It makes this level so intricate and awesome and unique, and I love this so much. I'm pretty sure if I didn't like number 1 more, this would have been my favorite. This is my favorite Mario game, just for the record. This probably would have been my favorite Mario boss battle if number 1 didn't take the list. There's so many cool things about it. The level is pretty cool, but the boss battle is the best part. Dodging Mega Bowser is just cool. So, that's why this is my second favorite Mario boss battle. And before we get into my most favorite, let's go through some honorable mentions that nearly made it onto the list. Honorable mentions include Super Mario Galaxy, which is kind of a toned down version of Super Mario Galaxy 2. New Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros., which set the groundwork for future Mario boss battles. Super Mario World, and Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, because the boss battle is intimidatingly awesome. And where there's honorable mentions, there's dishonorable mentions, the first of which being Super Mario 64. Basically all you're doing is trying to get behind Bowser, grabbing his tail, spinning him around, and throwing him to a bomb. You do that 3 times, and there's not much recovery time for him, so you can literally get it done in under a minute if you're good. It's that easy, and it's kind of annoying. The second of which is Super Mario Sunshine, where you're just ground pounding different areas of this kind of floating area that kind of looks a bit like a Grand Star from Super Mario Galaxy, and there's not much to avoid, and there's not much you need to be ready for, and it's just kind of lackluster. Phew, now that we've gotten the bad out of the way, we can go back to my number 1 favorite Mario boss battle, Super Mario Bowser's Fury. Super Mario Bowser's Fury is a bit of an expansion for Super Mario 3D World, or at least the version that was released on Nintendo Switch. In this one, there's not much of a campaign to it, it's more open world and it's pretty short, but the boss battle is still pretty cool. When you get enough Star Shines, I believe they're called, you can unlock this Grand Star Super Bell and turn it into Super Cat Mario. I forget if there's a fancy name for it. But it's really cool, and then a big epic boss battle ensues between Super Bell Mario and Dark Bowser, who basically just makes me think a lot of Venom. Then, when you defeat Dark Bowser, the second part of the battle ensues, where you have to chase regular powered Bowser with Plessy and try to knock the collected Starshine Bells into Bowser, which is, they're kept in like a glass orb, and you have to knock them into with each jump. This battle is my favorite because it has 2 parts, and both parts are pretty cool. The first one can be pretty quick, but it is still pretty cool to fight as a big Mario against a big Bowser for once in Mario's lifetime. And it's also cool because of the second part where you're chasing him down, or chasing Bowser down. It's just really fun, and both elements make this into a spectacular boss battle. And that is why this boss battle from Super Mario Bowser's Fury is my number 1 favorite boss battle of all time. Could be biased because it's new, but also could be not because it's also just plain cool.
There you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 favorite Mario boss fights. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a personal favorite Mario boss fight, please comment down below which one it is. It might be one that I mentioned on this list. It might not be. I would really appreciate hearing some input for you guys. So that's basically it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you click the bell so you get notified of future videos. And because of the big jump of subscribers, I'm going to ask a special request. Share this video. If you think this video is cool and you think others would like it, be sure you share to someone that you think might like it. And also do that with some of my other videos so they can see what I do and hopefully be interested. I've got a whole bunch of projects lined up, and I'm actually working on one right now, which hopefully I'll have ready for you in a couple of weeks. Also, 2 weeks from now, or whenever this video comes out, is going to be my birthday. And so I'll try to record a video on that day, kind of to show the project that I made. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's hopefully going to turn out really cool. Until next time, I'm Chappy Liftoff, and I'll see you guys later.